So ladies and gentlemen, it takes us to our first presentation of the day in terms of the leadership journey that's going to be shared. And right up front this afternoon, we have the partnership of Mrs. LC8. She's also the school principal of Phelindaba Secondary School, the school that sang so beautifully this afternoon, and Dr. Niven Mudli. Now this partnership has been characterized by an unbelievable sense of commitment from a school principal that has really made sure that the business partner cannot flee anywhere. She has kept Niven on the straight and narrow, so much so that I believe he's now practicing for the Iron Man. So please join me as I play their song this afternoon and invite them to come up to the stage. Elsie and Niven.
Good afternoon, everyone. This partnership was between Phelindaba Secondary School and the CSIR. In terms of an introduction to both of us, Ms. Dikeledi Leobe is the principal at Phelindaba Secondary School. She has a master's in education. She joined the school in 2010 as the school principal, but was redeployed to the district office, but rejoined the school in about 2014. I was trying to speak to, as I know, Elsie over the last little while in terms of fun facts around her, and the only thing she could tell me was that she likes to go to church. So besides school, I think she spends most of her time outside of this in a church-going type of environment. But I don't think she spends much time in church, to be honest, because she spends the weekends at school, be it a Saturday, be it a Sunday. She sends me messages. She's always at school. So I'm not sure when she's doing the church activities.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. To the Exaro board, partners of possibility, and all the invited guests. Allow me to introduce my partner here, Dr. Niven Mudli. He does have got PhD in chemistry, MBA, and LLB. He is currently employed at the CSIR in the DPSS unit as the operations manager, overseeing the day-to-day operations of the unit. The portfolio he manages includes operations support, intellectual property management, commercialization, program management, and contract management. What is fun with the doctor is he does have got a goal to complete an Iron Man in the next 2 years. I hope the doctor is very strong, huh? To can conclude that. The main purpose of the school joining Partners for Possibility was actually we wanted, particularly myself as the principal, I wanted to can be able to think out of the box and bringing business understanding into management and have a broader knowledge on how to address challenges inside and outside the school.
From the CSR side, we being a science council, our role in partnering up with Partners for Possibility was around ensuring that we increase the numbers of maths and science graduates that comes out of the schooling system. We employ maths and science graduates, and it's important for us to ensure that we get the right level and right quality of maths and science graduates. And by joining this program, it's a small step for us in ensuring that we're able to increase the number of maths and science graduates that come through the system. And that was purely from a learner perspective. Also, from an operational perspective, we thought, what could we do and in terms of our knowledge and capability within the CSR in improving the operational running of a school? There may be some sort of financial, HR, strategic considerations that the school doesn't think about. They focus mainly on teaching and learnings and the day-to-day activities that the coal face, but not necessarily taking a step back and understanding how does one run a school almost like a business or an organization as spoken about earlier. And we try to impart some of that knowledge, some of that training and skills into the school.
So at the moment, you know what, I'm very happy to be here really because they regard me as an alumni because I attended here, and also I'm back here at least to plow back so that our learners, they gain any experience. But you know, when you come to a school, you find that there are challenges that you come across. But at the end of the day, some of the challenges that I picked up, it was the computer lab. Because remember, I majored in maths and computer science. So now from where I'm coming from, I was teaching computer science. So now when I arrive here, the lab is not it's not functioning, to be honest. So now, really, if I can get somebody who can sponsor us with computers, then at least I can introduce computer here as a subject so that our learners can do well as well. Because, I mean, some of them where I taught, when they finished school, because some of them, they didn't have funds, they immediately were able to go and become secretary of somebody or work at the bank, you know. That it was one thing that I was so proud of because they made me a reference, and then when they phoning me, you know, the companies are phoning me and then referring to their names, I was so proud because of this. So now what I want to do now, because we are living in a technological world, I also want our learners to come and gain that experience of computers so that at least when they go out there, they've got the basic skill, how to research, how to type, you know, because everything now is done through computers. The grounds are not in a good condition, to be honest. Even the attire that they use for soccer, netball, volleyball, you know what, it's not also, even the soccer, they don't even have an attire. And we've got a tournament that is going on now. If I can get somebody really who can at least donate those attires, that will be much better. I've got a passion for this school because it's where everything else for me started. And then now I want at least these learners to benefit from what I also benefited.
My experience so far, it has been good because being at the school has allowed us as learners to grow and to also be successful, try to maintain that and build our future in such a way that we will be better citizens and valued citizens of the country.
The school has helped me in many ways. For example, I was the president for RCL last year. So in that case, it helped me to have more confidence in myself. It taught me about humility, it taught me about respect. It taught me also to believe in myself.
I see us going far. We work as a team, we discuss issues, we don't sit, we go out there and ask for help. That's what we were looking for. Help us to realize the dreams, not only for us, but for these learners because they are part of the community. If we can build from the school, we are sure we're going to have responsible learners which are going to become responsible citizens of this country in the future.
We created for the school to enable it to go out and market. And we're going to use that going forward in terms of marketing, physical infrastructure that the school may require from time to time. Some of the other activities that we also performed in last year, we held a strategic planning session This was hosted at the CSR, where I conducted or ran a session with a mixture of the district office, the school principals, the school governing body, and other members of the school staff, where we spent a day doing a SWOT analysis and then coming up with specific action plans in terms of how we should actually go about taking taking the school forward. Some of this was like a simple thing like a learner's code of conduct, a teacher's code of conduct. Those things may exist at the district office, but it doesn't necessarily get passed down into the school. And also aspects like financial management, operational management, how to run the school as a business. So those are some of the actions and some of the plans that we got out of this session.
The other reason is, ladies and gentlemen, we are a quintile 3 school. Quintile 3 meaning we rely on money given by the Department of Education and sponsors. As a result, we are obliged to fundraise. We wrote to a number of companies last year, to many companies actually, but few responded. I'm committed to look into our requests for renovating the school, seeking for school labs, etc. We are still awaiting for the feedback.
What we also did was try to increase the school's social presence in that we created a Facebook page where people can actually go and see and look at the marketing video and any activities related to school we've created. So we've started to increase the social presence of the school. There's also a plan to create a Twitter page and also a WhatsApp group. So we've got to keep up in terms of times, in terms of modern types of communications that's available.
Through the help of our partner CSIR, we started an exchange program. We managed to take 2 students to Australia through the help of APSA. APSA sponsored our learners with flying ticket, money, and traveling cost, money for food, and you can see the luggage as well. So thank you very much, Geoff and APSA and the team.
Yeah, thank you to APSA. We see that not the end, but just the beginning of the partnership. We still got to run on so post this program, we still got a lot of activities that we plan to do. Some of it's related to infrastructure, fundraising for grade 11 and grade 12 type of learners for extracurricular type of activities. And on the smaller side, but I think quite equally as important, is try to create a school vegetable garden where the school takes responsibility for it in terms of day-to-day management of that. This is the last slide.
As the principal, honestly speaking, I gained self-confidence in terms of managing the school. I now have got a good relationship with the staff. We also, with the help of the CSIR as the principal, builded trust with the school management team, teachers, and the SGB. And I, as the principal, I gained a lot because I can become calm in terms of confronting issues in day-to-day running of the school. And I'm leading by example. We managed to turn the school attitude, teachers, learners, parents' attitude around. We are now working as a team, honestly speaking. And again, I would like to give a very, very big thanks to Partners for Possibility during the flawless thinking and the time to think training.
I think we'll end it there. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, Elsie and Niven. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, what happens behind the scenes when we stand up here and they share their journeys is that there's 13 months of hard work. So I really want to acknowledge each and every partnership as they come up here today for the hard work and the commitment that they've put in. So Elsie is very quiet, she's very determined, but my goodness, this lady doesn't let up. So I really, really, really value that. And also Niven has brought, apart from the fact that you see he's always studying, so we've decided that PFP has to be his project for 2018 as well, to keep him a little bit away from the books. So just put our hands together to say thank you to them.